Hi all, I'm a Canadian, so I actually don't really care if who wins the next election in November 2024. But I do like the idea of Donald Trump winning the next election, and the reason is because the news was so entertaining when he was in charge. Now that Slow Joe is in charge, it's boring. Nothing exciting is happening in the news. But when Donald Trump was there, every day we would hear some crazy story that he would come up with, which was just hilarious. It was almost like comedic. So, for example, one day during COVID, um, Donald Trump says, "Hey, why don't we start injecting bleach in our arms to kill the COVID?" Now, obviously, that's totally ludicrous because if you inject bleach into your arm, you're going to kill yourself. But there were actually some of his Republican supporters who actually did it, thinking, hey, if Trump says it, it's got to be right. So that was hilarious. I found it so funny, and I just love when he says crazy things like that. The other thing he said was there was the hurricane coming towards the U.S., and he says, hey, why don't we drop a nuclear bomb in the middle of it? That'll stop it in its tracks. I'm thinking, hey, that's genius. Let's just kill 20 million Americans. But it's ludicrous. It makes absolutely no sense, but it's funny. It's funny, and it makes for really entertaining news. And what else did he say? He said, I like the way he calls Joe Biden all these different derogatory nicknames, like Slow Joe, and I don't know if he called him Slow Joe Crow, but that's one of the names of a character from Dr. Seuss, Fox and Socks. But it's derogatory, it's insulting, it's egregiously different than anything anybody else would say, but it's hilarious. So, I'm going to really enjoy having Donald Trump back in power. It doesn't really affect me as a Canadian, but it's fun. Anyway, so that's my 2 cents.